r/askreddit, waiters of Reddit, what's the most ridiculous order someone's placed and how did you deal with it? I had someone ask me how many wings are in your 10-count wings. I simply replied somewhere between 9 and 11. I worked at a pizza parlor, and the most ridiculous request was one that could have been so simple. A lady calls and orders a small pepperoni pizza with no pepperoni. I clarify and ask her, so just a small cheese? To which the woman, clearly annoyed by my lack of understanding, says no. A small pepperoni with no pepperoni. I again clarify and ask, you want a pizza with sauce and cheese only? Yes. Okay, so a cheese pizza. No, I want a small pepperoni with no pepperoni. We made her a cheese pizza. She didn't call and complain. Still not sure what the hell she thought she was ordering. I had a lady tell me it was impossible to make the dish too spicy. When I told the cooks, they took it as a personal challenge. I don't remember what they put in it, but I do know that someone ran to a grocery store for another ingredient. It was literally the spiciest thing I have ever smelled. Just being an arm's length away from it for 30 seconds while I delivered it had me coughing and treats steaming down my face. Guests at nearby tables complained about the smell. Just so much capsaicin in the air that people 15 feet away were uncomfortable. But she ate everything. She ate every single bite and then scraped up the remaining sauce and ate that too. I worked in fine dining for a while. I had one lady order creme brulee French toast with a Fruit Loops crust and a bottle of champagne with 2 carafes of orange juice. We made it. Actually, we made a whole batch and the workers ate it. It was actually really good. At McDonald's you can order extra bacon. I watched someone order a Reese's McFlurry with extra bacon. They whipped the bacon right into the dessert. My best friend and I stepped up and ordered the same thing. It was delicious. Did you dip fries in it? Not a way to butter cook. Had a lady order her tofu scramble burnt. So I cooked it hard. She sent it back because it wasn't burnt enough. So I cooked it harder. She sent it back again and the waiter said she really wants it burnt. So I got a wok super hot, put too much oil in, and proceeded to burn the crap out of it. My chef came by and lost his shit. I explained it to him and he watched me burn, just ruin the thing. It was black and smelled like a tire fire. She ate all of it and said we were the only place to get it right. She came back every weekend for it and we had to train new cooks how to burn the living hell out of her food for her. I still can't comprehend why she would eat that. A man sent back his plate because his hash browns were too hot. Like, dude, just wait a little bit. It wasn't so much the order that was disturbing, but the post-order request. He asked me to chew up the food and put it back onto his plate. No medical reason. No missing teeth. Not old. Just creepy as hell. He got very upset when I declined. Had a lady order our filet mignon. When it was brought out to her, she said with disgust that she had ordered the filet, not a steak. She proceeded to argue that a filet mignon was a type of baked potato rather than a steak. I used to work at Whole Foods as a juicer, and this one guy would come in every day and order 12 ounces of garlic juice to go, which is like $20 BTW. After a couple weeks of seeing him order the same thing, I asked him to drink it in front of me because I didn't believe it was humanly possible to ingest that much garlic. He downed it all in front of me and said, this along with much garlic comes much loneliness. I laughed and he said, no, seriously, I work from home. I had a woman call me back to the table because I didn't place her nachos close enough to her. She asked me to push them closer to her. There was nothing wrong with her. She was just fat, lazy, and ignorant. I worked at a national pizza chain for a while as a manager. We used to get this guy who would order all the time. He was lactose intolerant, so couldn't have cheese and had severe heartburn when he ate red sauce. He would order an XL Supreme with no sauce and no cheese. I told the guy if I did that, the toppings would just fly all over the box, but he didn't care. We ended up just baking the dough separate from the toppings and put the toppings in a small wing box on the side for him. Guy said no other pizza place would do that for him, and he turned out to be a great repeat customer who always tipped well. Customer asked for a spaghetti with a side of more noodles and extra sauce because they were going to share. So I said, you'd like one spaghetti and then an additional order of spaghetti? They told me I wasn't getting it and they just wanted extra noodles and some sauce on the side. I told them we would have to charge for extra noodles and they ended up not wanting it. They somehow thought free spaghetti was a reasonable request. Customer: I'll have a shot of Jameson. Me: we actually don't carry Jameson, but we have several Irish whiskies. This one is my favorite. I'm sure you'll like it if you typically drink Jameson. Customer: oh no, I hate Irish whiskey. Anything but that. Over the summer, I had a customer who came in for Sunday brunch and ordered a spinach and feta cheese omelette. She then adds that she would like it made without eggs. I clarified that she wanted an omelette without eggs, not made with egg whites, which is quite normal. We made her a spinach feta salad and the customer was happy. I was waitressing at a banquet once, and the meal was over. Now time for coffee and speeches. I pour coffee for a table, and a man points at his cup and says, "I'll need a refill in 7 minutes." So, I set my timer, and returned in 7 minutes. 7 minutes again, I ask, and he nods. So, I returned every 7 minutes, and topped off his coffee for the rest of the banquet. At the end, he hands me his business card, owns a personnel placement agency, says, "If you ever need a job, call me. You just never know who you might be serving." Had a guy send one of our servers to the kitchen about 7 times, which is down the stairs far away from her section, to inquire about the weight of different hamburgers. All of them were the same, yet he insisted she go down and check and would watch to make sure she did. He sends her away to mull it over for a while, and you can see him snickering with his equally douchy looking 2 sons. Finally the guy decides he wants a 24 ounces grilled burger with nothing else but the patty, no seasoning or anything. Not like some hulking bro trying to get extra protein, just an old brick who wanted to mess with the poor server. Ate a bite, said he didn't like it, and ordered another burger. Tipped a very solid 0% after telling her it'd all be worth it. This is why we are all mildly functioning alcoholics. One couple in particular made the chef rage so hard she just walked out. Wife orders some meal and makes a ton of changes to it. She gets the plate, takes one bite, and sends it back because she doesn't like it. Husband orders $60 lobster plate. The lobster tail comes with pepper sprinkled on top. The husband sends it back and wants a whole new one with no pepper on top. Apparently his wife wanted to try one piece, but doesn't like pepper. When I worked fast food in high school, we had a regular that would ask for half Diet Coke, half regular Coke, and Diet had to go first. She actually sent it back a couple times because we filled it in the wrong order.